Before we begin, I just want to go ahead and say that this video was not supposed to take this long. To be completely transparent with you, there was another video that I was supposed to drop that I still might end up dropping, depending on whether or not it wants to work or not, that was going to fill the place in between the last video and this video coming out. So there wasn't a big drought of content. However, for some reason, DaVinci Resolve just wouldn't let me fucking export the video. Every time I tried, it would crash. I could export other videos just fine, but if I tried to export that one specific video, it would crash. I think I fixed it now, so I might go back and still drop that one on a later basis. But for now, this is what we're doing. So I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain who Young Thug is. Fashion icon, rapper, you know who this nigga is. My most watched video is about him, or surrounding him. So I mean, naturally, right? You would know who this is. But anyway, today we're gonna be ranking all Young Thug albums. Now, before I do get into this, leave a like, just because I want to know if y'all fuck with this type of content. I have a couple other artists I kind of want to do a ranking discography on. So if this one gets enough attention, I might continue this little series. But anyway, ground rules. Number one, none of the 1017 Thugs or the I Came From Nothings will be considered in this review, simply because I feel like it's gonna be too unfair. We all know I Came From Nothing 2 will wipe the entire fucking discography. So just to keep things fair and to keep things from being a little less obvious, I'm taking these out. With that being in mind, I'm also taking out any collab projects / YSL projects. So Slime Languages, Purple Album, Super Slimy, all that shit, no, it's not counting it. We're talking about Young Thug albums alone. I'm also not talking about EPs, because how is that fair? I'm stacking a 3-song EP against Barter 6. Like, that's not. But now that we got all the ground rules set, let's go ahead and start the review. No more wasting time. The worst Young Thug album is... Also, I forgot to say this, but we're not including Slime Season 4. It's not a real album. It doesn't count, so we're not going to include it yet.
I always knew I wasn't gonna be gay. I had to send a picture to my mom's phone when I was like 8.
Is anyone really surprised that I put Punkin' dead last? I don't even think this is necessarily a bad album, but this is easily Young Thug's like most mature shit. And while I definitely appreciate like songs like Dropping Jewels, and even though I just made fun of it Day for being the most real Young Thug's ever been, the album has some of Young Thug's most forgettable tracks. Like, there's no major hit off this one. It wasn't like a song that grabbed everybody's attention. In fact, there was a lot of this shit was just kind of like either stereotypical Young Thug songs or more introspective shit, which the introspective songs aren't necessarily bad, but I just think this album as a whole is just okay. Like, it's not nothing crazy. It's not nothing that will genuinely like change your mind about Thug. I just feel like this album is like, alright, this is a cool like C+ type album. Dropping Jewels is a really good song though. Like, that's a really good song. So it at least has that going for it. I also kind of like the aesthetic. The album cover is the best one that Young Thug has ever had, and one of the best rap album covers I've ever seen. But as far as everything else, yeah, it kind of falls short.
Heroes like Hercules.
Honey, you mean Hercules.
Out of all the Young Thug's projects, this is the one I keep forgetting exists. It's not necessarily a bad project. You know, there's some hits on here. F Cancer, Riding with Lil Durk, Hercules. There's some gems on this project. Hercules is a really good song, in fact. Like, probably top 5 Thug of all time. But can you name any other song from this shit? It's not even that I think this album is bad. I just think it is very forgettable. If I had to choose one Young Thug project to get rid of, honestly, it's probably going to be either this or Punk. It's not, again, I don't think this is a bad album. I just think that it's very forgettable, and it doesn't have nearly the consistent highs and the consistency of other projects like Barter 6 or Jeff any of the Slime Season. So, right now, it's going here. Now, before niggas start raising their pitchforks at me and claiming how I'm a fake fan and leaving hate comments under my video, hear me out, okay? Obviously, there is a huge gap in quality between I'm Up and fucking Slime Season. Obviously, Slime Season's good. From this point onwards, we're only going to be talking about really good projects. The last two was just okay. We're really talking about legendary shit here. It's Young Thug. Obviously, fucking Slime Season's good. Now, why is it so low? I just feel like it's the album I come back to the least when it comes to like this run of Young Thug, from Barter 6 to like Thugger Girls. It's the one I come back to the least, but there's still some hits on here. That's All, Wanna Be Me, Freaky, Take Care, Quarterback, Best Friend, Power, Stunner. Like, yeah, obviously, nigga, it's fucking Slime Season 1. Of course it's good. But this album kind of pales in comparison to what follows it, or even what comes before it sometimes. See, this and Barter 6 are a part of the start of the great Young Thug run, where he really starts to lay the foundational work for what we come to know him and love him as an artist for. Because of that, some of these songs on here is a little weak, but they're still strong enough to where you can come back listening for more. Now, will I take this over any other album that's in that run? Probably not. But hey, it's still Slime Season 1. It's still a legendary tape in its own right. But out of the run, I just don't listen to it that much personally. So, unfortunately, it's going down here.
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere and anytime at all.
Down here in the deep blue sea.
This is Baby's first Young Thug album. This is the one everyone tells you to check out if you've never heard of Young Thug before, and for good reason. This is a pretty decent tape. However, some of the features can be fucking terrible. Why is Machine Gun Kelly on here? Knobs feature isn't really that notable either. And honestly, I kind of don't like the London, mainly because my local radio station wouldn't stop fucking playing it. But other than that, yo, this is a pretty decent album. Just How It Is, Sup Mate, Light It Up, What's the Move, Mannequin Challenge, Pussy. I mean, some hits on here. Like I said though, this is kind of Baby's first Young Thug album. A lot of the vocal experimentation isn't on this one, and he sacrifices clarity for like lyrical prowess. Cause on Mannequin Challenge, he's fucking like spitting, like he's going in. And even songs like Light It Up, where it's a little more casual, he's still like talking his shit. So I'd say, yeah, this album's pretty good. It's a bit overplayed and a bit overrated, but still pretty good.
It's not personal. It's just business. Lord business.
You think that Young Thug was washed on this one? I know what type of nigga you are. This is not a good nigga. This tape is actually the most underrated one, I feel like. Next to another album I'll get to later. But this one is the most overhated one. Because even though it's not Barter 6 2, it still does what it does so well that it's kind of hard to not like it, for at least in my opinion. You got songs like Uncle M, With the Racks. There's an actually good fucking Drake feature on here twice. Like, come on, guys. Come on. Come on. I agree that there's some misses on this project, but that comes with damn near every project. There's always going to be some songs I just don't like. But when it comes to business is business, I mean, this one's just good. It's a good album. Yes, it's a whole bunch of throwaways and like unreleased shit. But even then, you have songs like Jonesboro, where Thug is like talking from this really emotional point of view. He's also like rapping very well on there. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think this album makes Thug washed. I don't think Thug is washed. This album kind of proves my point, but even then, even if it's just a compilation of B-sides, I still kind of love Business is Business. That's why it's going right here.
Hi, I'm Thugger, and the Carti 6 is on the way. The Carti 6 is on the fucking way.
Barter 6, Barter 6, Barter 6. Where do I fucking begin? The holy grail of Young Thug albums. I think everyone understands why. I mean, it's fucking Barter 6, bro. Oh yes, this album's absolutely a classic. I just think that Young Thug has a lot better albums that he will later use to perfect his sound with. Also, like I said in the Slime Season section, this is kind of like the start of modern Young Thug, where he started treating his voice a lot differently than he usually does and try to use it more as an instrument. It pays off more here than it does in Slime Season 1. But yeah, Barter 6 is a classic. It's like this nigga's graduation. Like, this is hard, man. This is Barter 6. Halftime, Check, Never Had, Constantly Hating, OD, Halftime, Numbers. I mean, what is there not to like about Barter 6? This is Barter 6. Also, the rollout for this album is genuinely one of the funniest rollouts I think I've ever heard in hip-hop at all. I definitely want to make a video about it someday. But for right now, yeah, Barter 6 is amazing. It's fucking Barter 6. Who doesn't like Barter 6? I like Barter 6. You like Barter 6. Your mom likes Barter 6. Your dad probably hates Barter 6 and he listens to Nas. He's a fucking old head. But guess what? Your grandma probably fuck with some songs off Barter 6. So, there's that. Barter 6. Yeah, no, I'm not dreading, but I am the GOAT. Y'all feel my Uzi impression? Anyway, yeah, Slime Season 2 is GOAT. I still think it's a little bit long. Like, they should have cut down some songs on here. But Big Racks, Don't Know, About Damn Time, Twerk It, Phoenix, All Over, My Baby, Raw. Like, there's some shits off here. Also, bonus points to the SoundCloud because it still has no sample for Raw. I don't think that the re-uploaded version is necessarily bad. I just prefer the original. But yeah, even then, you still got some good songs on here. And honestly, I think that this album kind of does what Slime Season 1 tried to do, but in a much better way. Maybe it's just a song selection of what. Fuck with the features on here. The Metro Boomin prod on All Over is amazing. Like, I mean, it's a decent project. It's really good. It's really good. It's good. It's Slime Season 2. I think that people should talk about this one more because a lot of people don't really look back on this one. This also has, out of all the Slime Seasons, this one has the best cover art. Like, this cover art is crazy. But yeah, other than that, this Slime Season 2, it's a good tape. If I were to give it a number, even though I don't like doing that shit, I'd probably give it like a 9 out of 10. It's a pretty good tape.
He's bouncing off my booty cheeks. I love the way he rides. I can hardly breathe when he's pumping deep inside.
Country really made a couple millions. Sean Parker Rolls Royce inside a couple of millions. Yeah, Beautiful Thug Girls is low-key the most underrated Thug album of all time. This album takes a more like country and analog approach. Well, I know I said I don't really like that acoustic sound to music and shit, but Beautiful Thugger Girls does it. That's so authentic. And it kind of feels like if punk was done right, which is weird because this came out before punk. So I'm not too sure what that means. But stuff like Family Don't Matter, Daddy's Birthday, Relationship, On Fire, Take Care. I was riding on the bike on a very late night. She gave me chills, that's for real. Hey, you know, all that shit is really good. It's a really good album. I feel like more people should be talking about it than they already do. Especially when they keep glazing shit like Barter 6, which, not saying that album isn't bad, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like the concept of this album is much more stronger. And it brings this sound that, even looking back at it, is still kind of unique. I blend stuff like country, reggae. There's even like a Latin pop fucking song on here, damn near. I don't know. Also, the song with Jacquees is like really good. Daddy's Birthday is really good too. I don't know if I said that already. I probably did, but I need to say it again. Daddy's Birthday is such a good fucking song, bro. Like, I don't know. This is a good tape, and I feel like more people should talk about this one. As much as they do stuff like Barter 6 is so much fun. Cause if I'm being real, this album is way better than those other two. I think we all kind of know how I feel about Slime Season 3. I mean, yeah, look, bro. If I were to do anything to this album, I'd add more songs. Yeah, it gets its point across in 9 songs, but I feel like just adding one more, I mean, it can make a difference, you know? I also think that this album is the first Young Thug album to have absolutely no skips. Like, I don't know a single person who does not like any of these songs. Like, yeah, on Barter 6, on So Much Fun, there's some songs I'm kind of iffy about. Not necessarily they're bad, they're just kind of okay. But, like, Slime Season 3 is doom, 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 doom. The momentum on this project is insane. Yeah, Worth It kind of slows it down, but, I mean, it's still a good song. Then you have songs like Problems and Tattoos. Dude, I don't know, bro. I don't know. If you don't like this album, something is clinically wrong with you. You need to go to a doctor and go get checked out. This is easily Young Thug's best work when it comes to just sheer hits. The next album, however, is a little bit better.
Jeffrey, alongside Wyclef.
Jeffrey is, without a doubt, Young Thug's best work. Each track is named after one of Young Thug's inspirations, and because of the high experimentation on this album, especially vocally, you can definitely tell that this is the most Young Thug album ever. I mean, it's so good, bro. I know I said this for Slime Season 3. There's absolutely no skip on this entire project. Songs like Riri, Harambe, fucking Guap. Hell, nigga, Travis Scott is on this album and somehow he doesn't sound annoying. I think he's on here like twice. That just goes to show the quality of this album. Obviously, the album cover is iconic in its own right. The fact that he even wore this androgynous ass dress, literally just to rage bait niggas, is ironically the most Young Thug album cover of all time. The fact that he made this album kind of dedicated to himself is the reason why this album is so good. I mean, it may not be as introspective as something like Punk, or even as experimental as something like Beautiful Thug Girls, but it takes what I like about Young Thug and takes it to a whole nother level. Yes, vocally he's on point here. Yes, the features go hard here. Yes, the concept is hard. But it's not even just those three individual things. It's the fact that they all kind of work in tandem with together to make a really good product. If you haven't listened to Jeffrey, I highly recommend it. It's a really good album. But this album is almost 10 years old, so I'm assuming you have listened to it. I remember when this shit first dropped, and everybody was clowning Young Thug for the dress in the video. And then when I went back to listen to it, the actual album, I was blown away. I didn't even know he could be this good. I feel like every Young Thug fan on this earth will tell you that Jeffrey is probably his best work ever. And honestly, there's nothing more I can say to the conversation that hasn't already been said. Jeffrey is one of them albums that honestly belongs in a museum. And I think it's one of the greatest rap albums ever made. Thank y'all for listening. I'm tired of editing this bullshit. And I'm a little bit hungry. I'll catch y'all later.
Keep saying I'm next, I need stop in the back of the fistbowl, leaving a lock of the fistbowl, feel like I need more. Yeah, that bad though, look to the P-hole. I'm a big kid, how fucking a free hoe. No, I can't sense you, bitch, I ain't Neo. I put a 4 on my soda, no meal. I fall on my bird, kill a kid, that I'm meal. I put a 4 on my soda, no meal. I put a 4 on my soda, no meal. RP10 get pop, RP10 in my soda, I drop. In the biddy with Joe, he put me so drop. I thought I fuck her, she give me the drop. Niggas keep saying I'm next, I need stop. In the back of the fistbowl, leaving a lock of the fistbowl, feel like I need more. Yeah, that bad though, look to the P-hole. I'm a big kid, how fucking a free hoe. No, I can't sense you, bitch, I ain't Neo.